Hi, my name is Rose. Welcome to this video. Uh, my kids are supposed to be entertained for a few minutes, so let's see if I can get through this. So yesterday was my 35th birthday. Well, not yesterday. Yesterday I celebrated my 35th birthday. It was about 4 days ago, actually. But I have been going through this whole week of just eating foods that I shouldn't be eating and not really working out, and I feel very bloated and fat right now because of how I spent this week. But I don't regret it. It was actually really fun. I got to hang out with a lot of people, and so that was kind of cool. I just kind of took a week off from trying to be super healthy. So actually, to be honest with you, the month of July up until my birthday, like, we did camping and tried to have a really good summer, and I kind of felt like I earned it, like I spent the whole year, not eating sugar and not drinking and working out a lot, and so we really wanted to just kind of let loose and have a good time. So for the past like 4 weeks or so, we've been living a less healthy life than we had for the rest of the year, and so right now I feel kind of bloated and fat. But it was my 35th birthday 4 days ago, and so after kind of this month of really lame debauchery, I feel like I should get back on track. And not only because of this month, but also because this is my 35th year. It's kind of like midlife crisis time. And, perhaps you might say that, well, the life expectancy is a bit longer than it was before. So maybe your half life is until like you're, 45 or 50. But I still feel like this is a good milestone for me to move my life forward. So I just wanted to make this video to say where I'm starting out at the beginning of the year and where I hope to go for the rest of the year. And for me, I work really well with plans and goals, set goals, and once I set those goals, I like to make a really good plan for how I'm going to accomplish them. So I have a lot of goals that I want to do this year, and I might have too many, but I'd rather have too many than not enough. So I just want to kind of make a video about where I want to go with the year. And I feel like I should feel kind of bad after this last month, but I feel like there's no point in feeling bad about it. I really just need to state where I am and where I want to go and not feel bad, but that I haven't achieved the goal yet. Because I kind of feel like it's almost like knowing you have to travel the journey and feeling guilty that you haven't reached the end of the journey. Like the journey is the entire point. So I don't really feel bad about it yet. Maybe I will here tomorrow when I start this whole thing. But I'm gonna go over some of the things I want to do this year. Number one, I've been setting myself a book goal for the last few years, and my goal for this year, and for last year as well, was to read 52 books, so a book a week, for the year. And I was doing a calendar year for that. I've actually already reached my goal. I've read 64 books, I think. So I've already well surpassed that goal, but that's my continuing thing. I just want to keep reading. So by the end of this year, I would like to have read 100 books. So I have another 36 to go, and I have like 4 months to do it. So I think I can do it. Like 8 books a month. I can do it. If that sounds ridiculous to anyone, please be aware I listen to audiobooks, and a lot of them are like 4 or 5 hours long, and I listen to them at double speed a lot. Not double speed, but like 1.65 speed, maybe faster depending on the content. If it's a really good fiction story, I can't read it fast because you want to listen to the the cadence and the emotion and the different things that they're trying to tell you but not say, like they would in a fiction book. Anyway, so that's my goal. I'd like to read 100 books by the end of the year, so another 36 books in the next 4 months, so 8 books a month. Also, I am trying to work on my apothecary. So I work in a garden. It's my job, and my boss is a medicinal edible garden, and I've worked with her for a couple years, and I just haven't really been taking advantage of the things that she does. And so this year I really want to, when I do any pruning, I want to take advantage of that. And so I've already started. This is probably the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's the 5th bottle I've done. This is heather flowers. These are heather flowers. Really good, I believe, for like liver and kidney problems. You take the flowers, and that's as far as I've gotten. But there's some sort of process for maintaining them. I also got the little, I think they're called silica packets, and they're like oxygen suckers, so you can put them in your jar, and it will take care of all your flowers and whatnot. So that's one of the things I really want to take care of this year. Whenever I do any of the pruning in the garden, I want to harvest and keep my harvests in jars so that I can have them for medicinal purposes in the future. So that's one thing, real small thing that I want to do, but something that I've really been interested in and haven't taken advantage of. And right now my boss is, she's just turned 79 like a week ago, and she's in the hospital right now. So, and she's been gardening since she was 5, and she's been teaching me for the last few years. And so I really want to this year take advantage of as much knowledge as I can get from her. She's just a wealth of knowledge, and it's a rare opportunity to get to learn from someone who has that much knowledge. So there's that. Number 3, I'm trying to set up streams of passive income, because one income is way too close to 0 incomes, and so I'm trying to create different ways to create even small streams of passive income so that I can start to build those up and start planning for my future. We're working really hard on our finances right now. We basically have no debt, but we don't really have any good debt, and we don't have any much of a life plan. Like, we have a bit of savings, no debt, so that's great. And my boyfriend's been working really hard on his credit, so my job next is to work really hard on my credit and just get my life plan, in order. And we also need to get our financial family together, our finances as a family together, and our goals and our plans set. And so that's something I really want to work really hard on this year. Also, I'm trying to work on my channel and my social media so that I can start, that can be a stream of passive income as well, but it's also, for me, a really good way to connect with other people who may be having the same struggles as I'm having. I've realized over the past year that I've felt very alone my entire life, like super, super alone. And I realized this year that I'm not alone. There's actually a lot of people that deal with the same struggles as I deal with. One of those that I'm also working on this year is I self-diagnosed myself. Redundancy. I was watching a bunch of videos on YouTube trying to figure out how to cure myself of my social anxiety. And I started going to therapy. I'm in a clinical trial for social anxiety as well. Like, it's bad. It's really bad. Like, I had my birthday dinner last night, and everyone thought there was something wrong with me because I literally couldn't stop shaking. And I don't know, I was really trying to hide it, and I was not doing a very good job. I was just sort of like my hands just like I had to take a glass of wine and like try to drink out of it, and I fucking couldn't do it. I was like, am I just too weak to hold this glass? I don't understand. But I look like I had some sort of weird, like, Huntington's disease or something like that. And it was just out of absolute fear of being in the presence of people that I know quite well. And I also, like, I was really dressed up, and I felt like everyone was staring at me, and it was like a really fancy restaurant, and so I was like, everyone must be judging me and thinking that I'm not classy enough to be here or something. And so that was really weird. That wasn't weird, but it was, at least not for me, it was more weird for everybody else around me, who was like, what is your problem? You're just sitting at a table eating dinner with people. And I was just being super awkward. And so one of the things I really want to work on this year is my social anxiety. But as far as the whole self-diagnosis thing goes, I found out that through a bit of research of what I have is not necessarily social anxiety. What I have is avoidant personality disorder, which is a bit different from social anxiety in that basically when you have social anxiety, you're like, you can go to a party if you have a few people that you're like really close to, you feel comfortable in that situation. But if you have avoidant personality, you basically just don't have anyone. You don't have good relationships with your family, even, like, there's just, you don't have close friends. So there's a lot more to it, but kind of the difference is in having like a small circle and having no circle. And I'm the no circle type of person. And there's a lot more to it that maybe I'll go into in another video. And I really want to start doing videos about that type of thing, because I started watching videos other people had done who had the same problems, and it was like eye-opening to me, and awesome also, just to know that like I'm not alone, and I might be weird, but there's also other weird people like me out there, so it's been kind of cool. So I kind of want to pay it forward. Also, so for this last year, I've been doing a lot of monthly food goals. So like we did sugar-free March and sober October and different things like that. And so I want to, over the next couple of days, come up with a food plan for myself for the year and for my boyfriend. And we are trying to lose a bit more weight. He's doing really well, and I was doing really well up until this last month, and I just kind of like, I was like, fuck it, I don't care, I need a donut. Which I never get a donut, but I did eat some bread, which I hadn't done for a while. So I want to set up my food goals, and I'm going to start doing a lot of meal planning again. And the other thing for my own fitness and weight loss goals, my goal is to at least lose another 10 pounds, because then I will be back the weight I was before I had children. I'm like 8 pounds over, I think right now. Well, I might be 10 pounds after this last month, but I would like to lose that last 10 pounds. And also so before I had kids, like another year to 2 years before that, I was about 15 pounds less than I was when I got pregnant. So I'm trying to get, and my boyfriend thinks that would be a bit too skinny for me, because he's more into like thick women, and I prefer for my man to be very attracted to me. So I have to be a little bit thick so that he's super attracted to me. I'm willing to do that. And also like I feel all right now. I feel really bloated after last night, but like I don't feel like 150 to 155 pounds right now, and so that might be big for some of you, but I'm 5'6", 150-ish pounds, and I feel a little too thick at the moment. So if I could lose like another 10 to 15 pounds, I feel like I'd be pretty good. Also over the last year, I've lost like 20 to 25 pounds. So feeling pretty good already, but not all the way there. And I think this last stretch really just have to plan really well, get very dedicated, and like I've already done the simple things. I need to start doing the more hard training, and that's what this year is going to be about. Just getting swole, you know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, so that's a lot of my goals. So like a weight loss goal. Also, I really I have my business, and I would like to, I've been working with a bookkeeper, and I've been working with a couple other people on just kind of getting my books straight. And once I have that done, I would like to expand and hire a couple of employees so that they can do the work, and I can kind of manage rather than doing the work myself. But in order to do that, I have to get the business financials on track. And so once that's done, I'm probably going to do another video about like what my goals will be and how I plan on reaching them. And that's something that I've really been working on this year, is trying to figure out just how to be an adult. Like I don't know what I'm doing. At least I didn't. I'm starting to figure it out, but I feel like I should have learned a lot of this stuff when I was 16, and I didn't. And I've spent the last almost 20 years just being a dumbass. And that's something that I really started to realize over the last year or so. Basically, ever since I had my second child, I was just like, shit, like, I'm gonna have to pay for college tuition for my boys. Like, we're gonna need to buy a house. I'm gonna need to buy a car. I don't have life insurance. Oh, I have life insurance now, but it's not a very good policy, so actually I have to change that. I learned about investing, but I'm really just like, investing 101 status, and I really need to expand my knowledge. Excuse me. I totally ate McDonald's this morning. I don't really eat McDonald's. Or I like get some fries every now and then, but this morning I was like, we celebrated my birthday last night, and I was like, what's a really good hangover cure food? McDonald's, which it is. But it also makes you burp sometimes, which is annoying. But you should just not eat McDonald's. It's horrible for you. I had McDonald's breakfast, so it was like eggs and sausage and stuff. And so it wasn't that bad, right? Anyway, yeah, so weight loss, eating healthier, being healthier. I'm taking like vitamins and whatnot, and so feeling pretty happy. This year I started doing my nails. Pretty excited about it. So I'm trying to be like extra classy, right? I'm trying to learn how to be like classy and not hillbilly, because I grew up in a family, not my immediate family, but like all my family's from the South, and we've been poor for generations, and so we don't have this kind of like old money sophistication. And I'm trying to teach myself how to be a more high caliber lady who can order wine and eats with a knife and fork in the right hand and whatnot. um, yeah, and also just because of my whole social anxiety thing, one of my goals is to be able to like go out to dinner with people and not be a weirdo. So I'm gonna really work on that this year. Failed completely last night. Still had a good time, but I was definitely a weirdo. I asked my boyfriend, I was like, was I weird last night? He was like, yeah, a little bit. So whatever. At least I looked really good, okay? Until I saw a picture of myself and I was like, damn it, I look fat. So yeah. It was a bad angle. It looked pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really dehydrated. Anyway, I guess what I just really need to work on this year is like learning how to be kind of charming, and I'm trying to be very kind to people, which is, I didn't realize how bitchy I was. And I don't think I was bitchy just because I wanted to be bitchy. I think I was bitchy because I just didn't know how to talk to people. It's easier to be mean to people because then they just stop talking to you. And if they stop talking to you, you don't have to worry about fucking talking to them again. I'm awful. Anyway, so I'm trying to learn how to be nice to people so I can actually have conversations with people and they don't hate it. You know. Anyway, yeah. I think that's about it. Oh, also, excuse me. There it is again. That's so gross. I'm sorry, I'll have to cut that out. My boyfriend and I are also starting a couple of ventures together, which hopefully we can finalize over the next little while. So he's creating hot sauce, and we have a company that we've been starting and building the foundation for. So I'd like to be able to get that off the ground and make it profitable within the next year. So working on those financial goals is also top priority for me. Oh, and I got a violin, and I got it last year on my birthday, and I tried a bit to learn how to play it, but I had no idea what I was doing. I would try to watch YouTube videos, and that just wasn't very helpful. So I found on Fiverr you can actually hire people to teach you violin, and I took one lesson. It was really cool, and the guy gave me a bunch of exercises that I can do, and so I'm gonna be doing those, and hopefully by next year I can play a little bit on my violin. So that's a smaller goal. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching if you watched it, and want to leave some encouragement below, go ahead. I'm going to be recording some other videos about how I'm going to do like meal planning and yearly goal setups, and I think my boyfriend and I are going to record some of our HIIT workouts that we're planning on doing. Oh my god, we keep saying we're going to do them, and they're so hard. It's like 12 minutes long, and you're just like, fuck, I don't want to do all these burpees, you know, and then you just never do it. But I just have to think to myself, same thing about running. I love to run, and the hardest part about running is putting your shoes on. Once you got your shoes on, you just go. So if I can take that same mindset into doing HIIT workouts, I think it'll be really helpful to me, and I think I'll be able to reach my goals a lot faster because it makes you feel so strong. So I'm gonna try that. Anyway, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Peace.